What if the loudest global impact didn't arrive with fireworks, but with a song that stayed in your chest long after it ended? What if, far from the usual epicenters of K-pop, an entire country quietly leaned in and kept listening? Because in 2025, something extraordinary unfolded in Mexico. Not overnight, not by chance, but through consistency, emotion, and a voice that refused to fade. That voice belonged to Jin. For the second consecutive year, Mexico's #1 online pop music station, House Radio, officially named Jin 2025 K-pop Artist. And this isn't an award handed out lightly. House Radio reflects real listener behavior, what people choose to play, replay, and carry with them through their daily lives. 2 years in a row, they reached the same conclusion. Jin wasn't just being heard, he was being felt. And this recognition didn't come from one viral moment or a single song riding a trend. It came from a body of work that continued to resonate long after release dates passed. His second mini-album's title track, Don't Say You Love Me, earned a nomination in the K-pop song category, standing shoulder to shoulder with the most impactful releases of the year. It was a quiet confirmation that Jin's solo artistry had crossed into a space reserved for artists with longevity, not just momentum. Then the numbers began to tell their story. On House Radio's list of the 50 most important songs of 2025, Jin didn't simply make an appearance, he dominated it. Don't Say You Love Me reached number 4, a song built on restraint, vulnerability, and the painful calm of separation. Running Wild followed immediately at number 5, carrying a completely different energy. Restless, emotional, and unapologetically alive. I'll Be There secured number 19, a promise disguised as a melody, one that listeners refused to let go of. 3 songs, 3 emotional landscapes, one artist proving range without ever losing authenticity. And then came Summer. Summer is unforgiving to music. Songs either define it or disappear. When House Radio revealed its top 30 songs representing summer 2025, Jin's music didn't just survive the season, it became the season. Don't Say You Love Me claimed first place, standing as the defining song of summer. Soft, aching, and unforgettable. Running Wild took 15th place, pulsing through long drives and late nights. I'll Be There followed at 27th, lingering like the echo of a promise you never forgot. This wasn't coincidence. It was connection. And just when many expected the story to slow down, 2026 arrived with another chapter. On January 17th, House Radio announced that Don't Say You Love Me had once again reached the top of the ranking house chart. Months after its release, in a new year, against new songs, their message said everything it needed to: Efecto Jin. The Jin effect. A phenomenon where emotion outlasts hype, where sincerity travels across languages, where a song released in May 2025 still finds its way into hearts in 2026. Don't Say You Love Me, the title track of Jin's second mini-album Echo, gently captures the moment when love ends, not with anger, but with acceptance. Running Wild, from his first solo album Happy, released in November 2024, reflects freedom and emotional release after restraint. I'll Be There, a pre-release track, feels like a quiet vow, steady and unwavering. Together, these songs represent more than chart placements. They represent a return, a rebuilding, and a reaffirmation. 2 solo albums released after military service sustained international recognition, and a presence that grows stronger with time, not louder. Mexico listened, Mexico remembered, and Mexico honored Jin again. Because some artists chase moments, and some artists create legacies. Jin is doing the latter, one song, one feeling, and one unforgettable year at a time.